Hello, magical people. Welcome back to the Daily Astro Show. My name is Meg Moonbeam, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys our Western astrology horoscope for Friday, June 27th, going until Sunday, June 29th, I think it is. Forewarned you guys, I am pre-recording today's Daily Astro as Jens and I will be hosting our summer solstice retreat in Algonquin Park, and we're going to be completely off-grid, unplugged. I won't be back online until Monday, June 30th, later in the day. So I'm kind of excited to get really unplugged, and I actually haven't gotten unplugged, been off grid for really to the level which we're about to be in the Canadian wilderness for a very long time. So I'm very excited to take a little break from the day-to-day life, from the whole news cycle, keeping up with everything. So I'll see all you guys on Monday, and Sunday's Beyond Astro is also going to be pre-recorded, and I'll also say that in Sunday's video. So yeah, hope you guys are all doing really well and had a very magical new moon in Cancer, which we're still within the portal of as we start this week. Remember, the 3 days before and after a new moon and the day of course, we're in the energy of a new moon. So before we get into the astrology, please remember, you guys, to like, share, and subscribe to the Meg Moonbeam and Beyond Mystic YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. We've got so much amazing content over on the channels, so make sure you're subscribed to keep up to date with everything. And if you'd like to have a personal astrology reading with me, those are available over at consultations.beyondmystic.net. The link is in the description box below. And my availability at the moment is starting in November of 2025. Also, over on the Beyond Mystic Academy, you can go check out Sylvia's new workshop, Shamanic Breathwork Part 2, and there's discount code BREATHE10 that you can use to get 10% off. So as we go into this weekend of Friday, June 27th, going until Sunday, June 29th, overall, I'm liking the energy of this weekend. I don't think there's anything too heavy going on. We are going to have exact Mercury in an opposition to Pluto, which is an adverse, challenging aspect on Sunday. But actually on Friday, we're going to have exact Mercury trine Saturn, and Saturday, exact Mercury trine Neptune, which at the same time, we've got that Sun conjunct Jupiter for the whole weekend. And we're going to be having on Friday and Saturday, also going into early in the day Sunday, but not the whole day of Sunday, Moon in Leo. Okay, so this is overall, I think, a very positive, uplifting, feel good energy as we go into this weekend. Now, of course, we do have, still Jupiter in a square to Neptune and Saturn, but 3 degrees off that Jupiter square Saturn as we go into this weekend, and 2 degrees off with that Jupiter square Neptune. So we're getting out of the intensity of that one, which over the past couple of weeks with that Jupiter square to Neptune brought a lot of issues, conflict, Aries, Neptune and Saturn in Aries, in square to Jupiter, of homelands, countries, protection of the lands and the countries. So we've definitely had a little bit of a close call the past week. So yeah, Jupiter square Saturn, Neptune still there, not as strong. And Uranus now at 29 degrees of Taurus. Critical degree, last degree. We're of course going to have Uranus ingress into Gemini July 7th. Stay tuned. I'm going to do a whole separate video on that coming up, and I'll talk about that more in depth next week. But yeah, with Uranus, the planet of instability, shocks, surprises, weirdness, at his fall position in Taurus at critical last degree, even though overall I'm really liking the energy of this weekend, there can be a theme of weirdness, shocks, surprises, instability. In particular, you know, in the sign of Taurus has to do with weather, the earth, the energy of the earth and the weather, money, resources, financials, food. So hopefully there's nothing too crazy. I mean, we are in Sun conjunct Jupiter for the whole weekend, which Jupiter, you know, exalted in Cancer. Jupiter is all about divine luck, divine protection, optimism, positivity. So I don't think there's going to be anything too crazy that comes up, but I don't know about you guys. Lately, it has just been breaking news after breaking news after breaking news, and it's so much to keep up with. So, as we go into this weekend with Sun conjunct Jupiter in Cancer, which is all about self care, family, the home, nurturing ourselves, and Moon in Leo for most of the weekend. Other than when she ingresses into Virgo afternoon or late morning time, Eastern time. Cancer, Sun conjunct Jupiter in Cancer and Moon in Leo. This is about self-care, fun, enjoyment, lightness, not taking things too seriously. I love that we've got Mercury in trine to Saturn and Neptune this weekend. Exact Mercury trine Saturn on Friday, exact Mercury trine Neptune on Saturday. And, Mercury is in Leo and it does rule our day-to-day life activities, communication, information. So there can actually be some very empowering information, news being revealed, having to do with the medical system, Neptune, structures and systems of life, government, Saturn. So yeah, I'm liking the energy of this weekend. It's always kind of funny for me, you guys, when I'm pre-recording a video, because you never know what's going to happen. And literally during these times, it's just been craziness after craziness after craziness. Now, we are going to have on Sunday exact Mercury in an opposition to Pluto. And of course, we've been having so many of the aspects lately, I've just realized right now, have been at Gemini degrees. Kind of weird. So that exact Mercury in opposition to Pluto, here's Mercury 3 degrees of Leo, and here's opposite Pluto 3 degrees of Aquarius. Gemini has to do with communication, news, information, things being doubled, more than one thing. The media, our day-to-day life. Gemini rules a lot of stuff because it has to do with our day-to-day life and socialization. So with Mercury in an opposition to Pluto, it can be, I think there's good and uplifting news coming out this weekend. It's interesting because all the exact aspects of this weekend are involving Mercury. So this is going to be a lot of information, societal development, news, independent journalism. Sunday might be something a little bit intense coming up for us. Okay, of course, we are in the influence of that all weekend, but won't be exact until Sunday. Be mindful in your personal lives with that Mercury in opposition to Pluto on Sunday, that we are in the influence of the whole weekend too, like conversations, Mercury, that you have with siblings, neighbors, friends, local community members, or anyone actually for that matter, but in particular, those relationships, because there can be some intensity to it, possibly even power struggle to it. So, lately in the tarot cards, when I've been pulling cards, we've been getting a lot of the times the 5 of Swords, which is really about, it can be a conflict card, but it's about being mindful of where you put your conflict, what is worth the fight. Okay, so that's important for us to be mindful of as we go into this weekend as well. And before I do some cards, I wanted to share some good news because I think it's positive to share good news when it comes up. RFK Jr., this was just yesterday, I think, just froze U.S. funding to Gavi, the vaccine group co-founded by Bill Gates. So let's take a little listen to this announcement from RFK from yesterday, which I think is amazing news.
I'm pleased to have this opportunity to address the Gavi community. We're living now in a time of upheaval, a time of popular revolt against established institutions that have lost the public trust, and that includes medicine. President Trump and I are committed to earning it back. We will do that by preserving what is honest, what serves our country and the world, and we will sweep away that which is not. A major concern that I share with the president is how the World Health Organization and Gavi partnered together during the COVID-19 pandemic to recommend best practices for social media companies to silence dissenting views, to stifle free speech and legitimate questions during that period. In addition, Gavi has continued to make questionable recommendations encouraging pregnant women to receive COVID-19 vaccines. Having said that, there's much that I admire about Gavi, especially its commitment to making medicine affordable to all the world's people. Gavi has done that part of its job very well. Unfortunately, in its zeal to promote universal vaccination, it has neglected the key issue of vaccine safety. When vaccine safety issues have come before Gavi, Gavi has treated them not as a patient health problem, but as a public relations problem. One example is the DTP vaccine, which the developed world replaced a long time ago with a much safer DTAP vaccine. A landmark study in 2017 by 5 highly regarded mainstream vaccine experts found that girls vaccinated with DTP were 10 times more likely to die from all causes in the first 6 months of life than those children who were unvaccinated. The 2017 study was published in an Elsevier peer-reviewed journal, which collaborates with The Lancet, and was funded by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Denmark and the European Union. The authors of this study were 5 internationally revered deities of vaccine research, all of whom are strong vaccine proponents. The study therefore concluded, and I quote, all currently available evidence suggests that the DTP vaccine may kill more children from other causes than it saves from diphtheria, tetanus, or pertussis, end quote. Gavi has nonetheless promoted the DTP vaccine heavily in developing countries. It's now the most popular vaccine in the world, despite compelling peer-reviewed research by eminent scientists associating it with very high increases in all-cause mortality among children. When the science was inconvenient, Gavi ignored the science. I call on Gavi today to re-earn the public trust and to justify the $8 billion that America has provided in funding since 2001. And I'll tell you how to start taking vaccine safety seriously. Consider the best science available, even when the science contradicts established paradigms. Until that happens, the United States won't contribute more to Gavi. Define success not just in terms of the number of vaccines delivered, but on their rigorously measured overall impacts. Business as usual is over. Unaccountable and opaque policymaking is over. I invite all of you to join us in a new era of evidence-based medicine, gold standard science, and integrity. Thank you very much.
I love that. So I think that that is amazing news that Gavi, co-founded by Bill Gates, is being frozen. They were trying to push mass vaccination for, experimental shots. And I'll be careful here because we're on YouTube, Rumble, and X. So, really good things are happening when it comes to health and the Maha movement. And I like to keep track of that with you guys because really, without our health, there's nothing, right? Without our health, we can't manifest our dreams, we can't work, we can't play, we can't feel good, we can't travel. So health is really the biggest basis of our well-being. And I love that we've got the eclipses in the health axis at the moment in Western astrology. We've got, I think, amazing things going to come in health-wise, developments, innovations, and even miracles later on this summer. That's one of my big predictions for the year. So, okay, let's pull some tarot cards for us for the weekend, Friday, June 27th, going until Sunday, June 29th, with our current astrology. What would the universe like us to know for the weekend? Okay. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. 3 of Cups. I pulled that yesterday. 4 of Swords. Wow. Again, the Tower. Okay, so it's funny because I'm not doing this live. I'm so used to doing the shows live. I miss my live crew. So what the heck? The 3 of Cups, the 4 of Swords, and the Tower. Okay, that's so weird. I think, let me know if I'm wrong, you guys, but I think in last Friday's Daily Astro was the day we also got the Tower going into the weekend. Makes sense. Uranus, 29 degrees Taurus, critical degree, expect the unexpected. Okay, so we're going to have another big bombshell Tower moment. Oh my God, I'm going to be offline. I wonder what's going to happen. Collapse, upheaval, destruction, foundational shift, reality check, ambition, adversity. Okay, so be really mindful, you guys, and I hope that the astrology can give you some comfort and support in knowing that as some possibly really intense things may be coming up this week, Uranus, 29 degrees Taurus, Mercury in an opposition to Pluto, There's actually really positive energy at the same time. It sounds kind of weird. Celebratory energy. The Three of Cups is celebration, support, friendship, joy, blessings with the Four of Swords. So make your, I'm hearing Spirit say, inner world, personal life a priority. There's going to possibly be some crazy news and developments and events, but know that we're not going into an end of the world scenario. Things are not as bad as they may seem when some of these intense things come up that need to come up to the surface so that we can move forward. Four of Swords, take time out and the answer will come. Let's pull a clarifier. What is this Tower moment in regards to? You know, we got the Tower card with what happened the past week, and it seemed like, kind of looked like we might be going into World War III. Didn't happen. What's this about? Two of Swords. Listen to your inner voice when making choices. Stalling, indecision, strength through suffering, peace restored, stalemate. And the Knight of Wands. Interesting. I'm getting a feeling of something that has to do with maybe military or police or emergency responders or people that are boots on the ground, needing to protect themselves or protect others. So, okay, hopefully nothing too crazy comes up, but it's not a negative weekend, but there are intense shocks and surprises moving us forward, clearing the path. We're moving forward, Knight of Wands. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Oh my God, Tower 2 weeks in a row. Okay, we'll see what happens. Before I finish up, you guys, and so weird, we got the Three of Cups 2 days in a row, and I haven't pulled the Three of Cups in a very long time. So remember, celebrate your life. We're in Cancer season. We're in the new moon in Cancer portal. We've got Sun conjunct Jupiter. We've got Moon in Leo this weekend. So even though intense things may be coming up, celebrate. Be in the enjoyment. Don't take things so seriously. Also, go check out at floralinefarm.ca, Alynn's Summer Light Alchemy Bundle available. You can use code BMSummer to get 10% off her amazing soaps and products over there. And also my beginner's guide to astrocartography workshop that I filmed live, I think it was in April of this year, is now 50% off on the Beyond Mystic Academy. And part 2 is coming up. We're going to be launching that soon, so stay tuned, you guys. And for the rest of the day on Friday, when this video is going to be coming out, right after the show at 1 p.m. Eastern will be Coco's weekly Coco show on the Beyond Mystic Rumble and X. So you guys can go check that out. I'm wishing you all an absolutely magical weekend. I will see you all on the other side on Monday. I will be going live later in the day. Gonna miss you guys and see you all soon. Bye.